6 backpack brands that may wear out fast, and then 4 brands built to last longer. A backpack can look perfect on day 1. Black fabric, clean shape, laptop sleeve, hidden pocket, water bottle slot. Enough compartments to make you feel organized before you even put anything inside. But a few months later, the real test begins. The zipper starts catching at the corner. The shoulder strap begins to fold instead of support. The bottom starts to sag. The fabric gets shiny where it rubs against your back. The lining tears inside the main compartment. And suddenly, that backpack that looked premium in the store starts feeling disposable. That is the problem with buying a backpack like it is just another accessory. For a man who carries a laptop, charger, headphones, documents, gym clothes, a water bottle, keys, sunglasses, maybe even travel items, a backpack is not just part of the outfit, it is equipment. And equipment should be judged by how it handles pressure. In this video, we are looking at 6 types of backpack brands that many men buy for the look, the logo, or the promise of convenience, but that may not always deliver the durability people expect. Then we are looking at 4 types of backpack brands that are usually built with a stronger focus on construction, long-term use, and real-world abuse. The goal is not to say every backpack from these categories is bad. The goal is to show you where the value equation can get weak. Because the best backpack is not the one with the most pockets. It is the one that does not abandon you when it is full. Before we get into the 6 weaker value categories, you need to know what actually makes a backpack last. Durability is not about looking tactical. It is not about having a laptop icon on the product page. It is not about a black minimalist design or a dramatic photo of a guy walking through an airport. Durability is in the failure points. The first failure point is usually the main zipper. If the zipper feels light, rough, or inconsistent when the bag is empty, it will not become better when the bag is packed with a laptop, clothes, and cables. A good zipper should move smoothly, hold its line, and not feel like it is fighting the fabric. The second failure point is where the shoulder straps attached to the body of the bag. This is one of the most important places on any backpack. If the strap is just stitched onto the surface with no reinforcement, that bag may look fine under store lighting, but it is not built for heavy daily carry. The third failure point is the bottom. Cheap backpacks often collapse at the base. They look structured in photos because they are stuffed with paper, but in real life, once you put a laptop and a charger inside, the whole shape starts to fold. A weak bottom also means your gear is taking more impact every time you put the bag down. Then you have the fabric. A backpack does not need to be stiff like armor, but it should resist abrasion. If the material feels thin, plasticky, or too soft for the weight it claims to carry, that is a warning sign. Look at the lining too. Many backpacks look good outside and feel cheap inside. Thin lining, loose threads, weak dividers, and flimsy laptop sleeves are signs that the money may have gone into appearance instead of structure. And finally, look at the warranty, the stitching, the pulls, the hardware, the back panel, and the way the weight sits on your shoulders. A backpack is not judged by how good it looks empty. It is judged by how it behaves when it is carrying your real life. Now let's start with the 6 backpack brand categories that can wear out faster than men expect. Number 1, fashion brands that sell backpacks as accessories. This is one of the easiest traps because the backpack looks good immediately. The design is clean, the branding is familiar, the color palette is safe, the shape works with jeans, sneakers, a bomber jacket, an overcoat, or a casual office outfit. It feels like the kind of backpack a grown man can wear without looking like a student. And that is exactly why men buy it. They are not just buying storage, they are buying an image. The issue is not that fashion backpacks have no value. Some look great, some are perfectly fine for light use. If you carry a wallet, sunglasses, a small notebook, and maybe a tablet once in a while, they may do the job. The problem starts when the bag is marketed with a premium lifestyle image, but built more like a fashion item than a load-bearing tool. You may see synthetic leather that looks sharp at first but cracks or peels where it bends. You may see smooth fabric that photographs well but scuffs easily. You may see narrow straps that look elegant but dig into your shoulders once the backpack gets heavy. You may see stitching that is clean enough for appearance but not reinforced enough for daily load. This is where the buyer gets confused. A fashion brand can charge a real premium because the design feels elevated. But the question is whether the construction is elevated too. If the backpack costs more because it comes from a known clothing label, you need to inspect it like a piece of gear, not like a jacket. Pick it up by one strap. Look at how the fabric pulls. Check whether the strap attachment is reinforced. Open and close the zipper several times. Look at the bottom corners. Press the laptop sleeve and see if there is real padding or just a soft divider. The key detail is the strap connection. If the shoulder strap is only attached to the outer surface with no visible reinforcement, no bar tacks, no structural stitching, and no stronger panel behind it, be careful. That is one of the places where cheap construction hides behind good design. A fashion backpack can make sense if your priority is style and light carry. But if you carry weight every day, do not let a clean silhouette distract you from weak engineering. A good-looking backpack is useful only if it survives the life you bought it for.
Number 2, mall brands with medium-high prices and ordinary construction. This category is tricky because the buying experience makes the product feel better than it may
actually be. You see the backpack in a nice store. The lighting is controlled, the display is clean, the tag feels official, the logo is familiar. The price is not cheap, so your brain assumes the construction must be better. But price is not proof of durability. A backpack from a mall brand can cost as much as a technical backpack from a specialist company while using fairly ordinary materials and construction. You may be paying for retail space, branding, packaging, and a polished shopping experience, not necessarily stronger zippers, tougher fabric, or better stress point reinforcement. Again, these are decent for office use, college use, or light commuting. The issue is that the price can put them in competition with brands that build bags as their main product. That is where the value equation gets weak. If a backpack costs like a serious daily carry bag, it should be judged like one. Let it use a strong zipper? Does the manufacturer identify the fabric? Does it mention nylon, polyester denier, water resistance, abrasion resistance, or reinforced stitching? Does the laptop compartment have a suspended bottom, or does your laptop hit the floor every time you set the backpack down? Are the shoulder straps thick and stable, or are they just foam wrapped in fabric? A lot of medium high-priced backpacks look refined from a distance, but when you compare them side by side with a specialist bag at the same price, the difference becomes obvious. The technical bag may not look as fashionable, it may not have the same store presence, it may not feel as stylish on the shelf. But the zipper is better, the fabric is denser, the bottom is stronger, the straps are more comfortable, the warranty is clearer. The brand may tell you exactly what materials are being used. That transparency matters. When a brand gives vague descriptions like premium material, durable, fabric, or high-quality finish, that does not tell you much. Those words are marketing. They are not specifications. Before buying a mall brand backpack, compare it with a dedicated backpack brand in the same price range. Compare the zipper, the fabric, the stitching, the back panel, the laptop protection, the warranty, and the way it feels with weight inside. If the mall backpack only wins on logo and styling, you are not buying better durability. You are buying a better retail experience. Number 3, fast fashion brands with a premium looking design. This is one of the most common traps for men who want the minimalist, executive, urban backpack look without paying full price. Fast fashion is good at copying the visual language of more expensive products. The backpack looks sleek, it has a modern rectangular shape. It may have hidden zippers, a laptop sleeve, a matte finish, and enough structure in the product photos to look more expensive than it is. But this category is where you need to be especially careful. A backpack is harder to fake than a t-shirt. With clothing, thin fabric may still survive if you wear it lightly. But a backpack is constantly under stress. It carries weight, it rubs against your body, it gets pulled by the handle, it sits on floors, it gets caught in car doors, airplane seats, office chairs, and crowded trains. Cheap construction gets exposed fast. In fast fashion backpacks, the weak points are often the fabric, the lining, the hardware, and the zipper. The outer material may feel decent at first, but it can lose shape quickly. The lining can tear around internal pockets. The zipper may feel lightweight. The pullers may bend or break. The straps may compress until they stop cushioning your shoulders. The backpack may be acceptable for occasional use, but when the product promises work, travel, laptop protection, water resistance, organization, and daily durability at a very low price, you should slow down. A cheap backpack can still be a smart buy if your expectations are realistic. If you need something for light errands or occasional use, fine. But if you are carrying an expensive laptop, documents, chargers, and clothing every day, saving money up front may create a bigger cost later. The practical
test is simple. Run the zipper around the corners several times. If it catches while the bag is empty, it will probably catch when the bag is full. Pull gently on the shoulder straps and look at the seams. Feel the thickness of the outer fabric. Turn the bag inside enough to inspect the lining. Press the bottom and see if it has structure or just collapses. And do not be seduced by the word premium when the product gives you no real construction details. Premium looking is not the same as premium built. With fast fashion backpacks, the visual value can be high, but the long-term value may be weak. The bag may look like the smarter buy on day one, but the real price appears after the zipper fails, the strap folds, or the bottom loses shape. Number 4, lifestyle outdoor brands that look technical but are mostly urban. This category is especially interesting because the colors, mountain references, rugged product names, big zipper pulls, maybe some webbing,
Maybe a photo of someone walking near raw clear. This backpack is tough. But not every outdoor-looking backpack is a technical backpack. Some are lifestyle products inspired by outdoor gear. They are designed for campus,
coffee shops, light commuting, and casual weekend use. There is nothing wrong with that. The issue comes when the buyer assumes the bag is ready for heavy
travel, long hikes, daily overload, or years of rough use. A backpack can borrow the look of outdoor equipment without having the same construction standards. You may get a heritage-style design with simple materials. You may get a casual day pack with limited structure. You may get a bag that looks rugged but lacks serious back support, load distribution, reinforced stress points, or abrasion-resistant fabric. This matters because men often overestimate this. Sometimes that is true. But within the same brand, there can be a huge difference between a technical hiking backpack, a casual lifestyle day pack, and a fashion collaboration. The name on the label does not tell you the whole story. You need to identify the intended use. Is the backpack designed for trail use, travel use, daily carry, school use, or simply lifestyle style? Does it have a real frame sheet or structured back panel? Are the straps shaped and padded?
for load or just basic? Is there a sternum strap? Is the bottom reinforced? Does the brand describe the fabric and zippers clearly? Is the warranty strong?
If a backpack looks like adventure but is built for light urban carry, that does not make it bad. It just means you should not expect it to perform like field gear. This is where smart buying is about matching the tool to the job. A lifestyle outdoor backpack can be perfect for a light commute and casual style. But if you are carrying weight every day, traveling constantly, or expecting the bag to survive rough treatment, you should move toward
the brand's technical line, not the lifestyle line. Do not buy the mountain image. Buy the construction that can handle the weight. Number 5, travel brands that would
prioritize organization and forget resistance. This is the category that looks the most practical at first glance. The product page shows compartments for everything. There, shoes underneath, passport pocket, sunglasses pocket, charger pocket, cable pocket, hidden pocket, front pocket, side pocket.
It feels like the backpack was designed by someone who understands your life. And sometimes that organization is genuinely useful. The problem is that every extra compartment
creates more seams, more zippers, more fabric panels, more weak points, and more places where stress can concentrate. A travel backpack does not only need to organize your things, it needs to survive being full. Travel is harder on a backpack than people think. It gets compressed under airplane seats, it gets shoved into overhead bins. It sits on bus floors. It carries more weight than your daily bag. It gets opened and closed repeatedly. It may face light rain, rough, pavement, security trays, hotel rooms, ride shares, and crowded terminals. A bag with 15 clever pockets is not automatically better.
In fact, too much organization can become a liability if the construction is not strong. This is where many men make the wrong decision. They buy based on layout instead of load. The backpack looks smart empty, but once it is full, the structure collapses. The zipper is under too much tension. The seams around.
The organizer panel begin to pull. The straps feel overloaded. The bottom starts to bulge. The bag becomes uncomfortable, even though technically everything has its own pocket. A good travel backpack should have strong fabric, a reliable main zipper, comfortable straps, a stable back panel, a reinforced bottom, and a layout that does not
punish the structure when packed. The laptop compartment should be protected. The main compartment should open practically. The weight should sit close to your back. The organization
should support the carry, not weaken it. Before buying a travel backpack, do not count pockets first. Check the main zipper. Check the shoulder strap stitching. Check
the bottom. Check whether the bag keeps its shape when loaded. Check whether the laptop sleeve is suspended off the bottom. Check whether the fabric feels strong.
Enough for abrasion. And be cautious with bags that try to be everything at once. Work backpack, gym bag, carry-on, camera bag, anti-theft bag, hiking bag, business bag, weekend bag. When one backpack promises every lifestyle, it may be compromising the one thing you actually need: durability under load. A great travel backpack is not the one with the most features. It is the one you still trust when you are far from home. Number 6. Cheap marketplace brands with copied designs. This is the biggest temptation because the photos can look almost identical to expensive backpacks. Same black rectangular shape, same hidden zipper, same USB port, same
laptop sleeve, same water-resistant claim, same model standing in an airport with a coffee cup and a suitcase. The difference is not always visible on screen.
It appears in the hand. The outer fabric may be thinner. The zipper may be generic and rough. The stitching may be uneven. The padding may flatten quickly.
The back panel may trap heat. The lining may tear. The hardware may feel hollow. The water resistance may be little more than a coating that fades
with use. Marketplace backpacks can be a decent deal for some buyers. Not every low-cost product is automatically bad. Some people just need a cheap bag for
light use, and that can be reasonable. But the risk increases when the listing promises too much for too little. Laptop protection, waterproofing, anti-theft security, travel durability,
ergonomic support, premium materials, high capacity, business style, and lifetime strength, all at a price that makes no sense. That is when you should become skeptical. A, A.
Copied design can imitate the shape of a quality backpack, but it cannot always imitate the engineering. The expensive part of a good backpack is not just
The pattern, it is the material choice, the stress testing, the zipper quality, the stitching reinforcement, the foam density, the back panel design, the warranty support, and the app.
quality control. When those things are missing, the backpack may still photograph well, but it may not carry well. With marketplace brands, the practical move is to
Look for specific information, not just claims. What is the fabric? What type of zipper is used? Are there real customer photos after months of use? Not
just first impressions. Does the seller show close-ups of stitching and hardware? Is there a warranty? Are the dimensions and laptop protection clearly explained? Does the bag
Have reviews mentioning long-term use, or are most reviews based on arrival and appearance? Also, watch the language. Waterproof is not the same as water-resistant. Premium is
not a material. Anti-theft may just mean the zipper is on the backside. Tactical may just mean extra straps. Business may just mean black. The cheaper.
The backpack, the more you need to inspect the details. Because the problem with a bad backpack is not only that it breaks, it can damage the
things inside it. A weak backpack carrying a cheap hoodie is one thing. A weak backpack carrying a laptop, hard drive, passport, documents, and headphones is something else. When the design is copied but the construction is not, the savings may disappear very quickly. And that brings us to the turning point. A smart backpack purchase is not made by asking, does this look durable? It is made by asking, where will this fail first? That one question changes everything. You
Stop being impressed by random pockets. You stop assuming a logo means strength. You stop trusting the word premium when there are no specifications behind it. You
stop buying the product photo and start judging the stress points. Because backpacks do not usually fail in mysterious ways. They fail at the zipper, they fail where the straps attach, they fail in the bottom corners, they fail in the lining, they fail where the laptop sleeve is stitched, they fail where too many compartments create too much tension. So when you pick up a backpack, imagine it full. Imagine your laptop inside, a charger, a water bottle, a jacket, gym clothes, documents, maybe travel items. Now imagine grabbing it by one strap every morning, setting it down on concrete, sliding it under a seat, wearing it in the rain, pulling the zipper 20 times a day. That is the real product test. Not the store shelf, not the Instagram ad, not the lifestyle photo. The best backpack is not the one with the most impressive feature list. It is the one that keeps doing its job after the excitement of buying it is gone. Now let's look at the 4 types of backpack brands that are usually built to last longer. Number 1, technical outdoor brands. This is where the conversation changes because these brands usually start with use, not appearance. A technical outdoor backpack is designed around load, movement, weather, abrasion, comfort, and repeated stress. Even if you never take it on a serious trail, that kind of thinking can benefit your daily life. When a brand builds for outdoor
use, it often pays more attention to ergonomics. The straps are shaped better, the back panel distributes weight more intelligently, the fabric is chosen for abrasion resistance.
The stitching at stress points is stronger. The bottom is more likely to handle rough surfaces. The zippers and buckles are usually selected with function in mind. This does not mean every outdoor backpack is perfect for the city. Some look too sporty, some have too many straps, some are too technical for an
office. Some have hiking features you may never use. Some are built for hydration systems, trekking poles, or trail gear rather than laptops and documents. But for
men who carry weight, commute hard, travel often, or want one backpack that can handle real use, technical outdoor brands are worth considering. The smart starting point
is usually a 20 to 30 liter backpack. That size can work for daily carry, gym items, a short trip, or a personal item on a flight, depending on the design. It is big enough to be useful, but not so large that you overpack and punish your shoulders. Look for a bag that carries close to the body, has comfortable shoulder straps, a stable back panel, a strong main compartment, and enough organization without becoming a maze of small pockets. If you need
it for work, make sure the laptop compartment is actually protective. Some outdoor bags are strong but not designed around electronics. You may need a padded sleeve,
or a model made for urban travel. The advantage is that these brands often understand the relationship between weight and comfort. That matters more than most men think. A cheap backpack can carry your laptop, but carry it badly. It pulls backward, it creates pressure on one shoulder, it traps heat, it makes the same load feel heavier than it is. A better built outdoor backpack can make the same weight feel more manageable. And over months or years, that difference matters. Technical outdoor brands are not always the most stylish option. But when durability is the priority, they often often put more of your money into the parts that you actually work. Number 2, specialized urban EDC brands. EDC means everyday carry, and for many men, this is the most relevant category. You are not climbing a
Mountain. You are not going on a 2-week expedition. You are carrying a laptop, charger, phone, wallet, keys, headphones, notebook, sunglasses, water bottle, maybe a hoodie, maybe
gym clothes, maybe travel documents. You need structure, access, protection, and comfort. A good EDC backpack is not just a smaller travel bag, it is a system for daily life. The best brands in this category understand that organization should be useful, but not fragile. They design pockets around real items. They protect the laptop. They keep weight close to your back. They use reliable zippers. They use enough structure so the bag does not collapse when partially empty. They make
the exterior clean enough for the city without pretending to be a luxury fashion item. This is where a man can find strong value. A well-built urban
EDC backpack can look appropriate in an office, a cafe, an airport, a co-working space, or a weekend trip. It does not need to scream tactical. It does not need to look like hiking gear. It does not need a designer logo. It just needs to work every day. The ideal size for many
men is around 20 to 24 liters. That is usually enough for a laptop, charger, documents, tech pouch, water bottle, and a light layer. If you go
much bigger, you may start carrying things you do not need. If you go much smaller, the bag may become too tight and stress the zipper.
The key is balance. You want enough organization to avoid chaos, but not so much that every pocket becomes a weak point. You want a laptop compartment with
real padding. You want a main zipper that feels smooth and strong. You want shoulder straps that do not flatten after a month. You want external material that can handle rubbing against chairs, desks, train seats, and car interiors. The best EDC brands also tend to think about access. Can you reach your keys quickly? Can you remove your laptop at security without unpacking everything? Can the bottle pocket actually hold a bottle when the main compartment is full?
Does the bag stand up, or does it fall over every time you set it down? These are not luxury details. They are daily friction points. And the more
often you use a backpack, the more those small details matter. A specialized EDC backpack may cost more than a fashion bag or a marketplace copy, but the cost per use can be much better if it protects your gear, keeps its shape, and avoids replacement after a few months. That is the difference between buying to look and buying a daily tool. Number 3, military, tactical, or discrete utility brands. This category can be excellent, but it requires taste and restraint. Tactical backpacks are often built around strength. Strong nylon, reinforced stitching, heavy-duty zippers, large pullers. Bag is expected to carry weight and survive rough handling. From a durability standpoint, that can be a major advantage. The problem is that many tactical backpacks are too aggressive for everyday urban use. They can look bulky, loud, oversized, or costume-like. Too much webbing, too many straps, too many patches, and too much military styling can make the bag feel out of place in an office, a restaurant, or a clean city outfit. So the smart move is not to
buy the most tactical looking bag. The smart move is to buy the construction benefits without the visual noise. Look for discrete utility designs, good zippers, comfortable back panel, simple layout, minimal external webbing, a size that matches your body and your use. A 35-liter tactical pack may be durable, but it can also make you overpack, look unbalanced, and carry more weight than you need. For daily use, a cleaner 20 to 28 liters. This category is especially useful for men who are hard on gear. If you commute by bike, carry tools, travel often, work in environments where bags get
dirty, or simply want something that can take abuse, a discrete tactical or utility backpack can be a strong buy. But comfort still matters. Some rugged bags are strong but not comfortable. They may have stiff panels, rough straps, or poor ventilation. Durability alone is not enough if you hate wearing the bag.
A good utility backpack should combine toughness with wearability. It should carry weight without turning into a brick on your back. It should have enough organization for your routine. It should not punish your shoulders. And it should not force you into a style that does not match your life. The best version of this
category is quiet strength, not a bag that tries to announce toughness, a bag that proves it by surviving. Number 4, premium travel brands with strong warranties.
This is where paying more can actually make sense. Not always, but often enough to consider. Some premium travel backpack brands cost more because they invest in materials, design, testing, warranty, customer service, and long-term consistency. The value is not only in how the bag looks on day one, it is in how long it stays useful. A strong travel backpack should feel like a small piece of luggage you can wear. It should open practically. It should protect your laptop. It should carry weight comfortably. It should handle airport stress, hotel floors, overhead bins, underseat storage, rain,
abrasion, and zippers that do not feel like the weak link. This is where warranty becomes part of the value equation. A good warranty does not automatically
mean the product is perfect, but it does suggest that the brand expects the bag to stay in service. It also reduces risk for the buyer. If
Two backpacks cost the same, and one has vague materials, unclear support, and no real warranty, while the other has better specifications, stronger construction, and a serious repair or replacement policy. The second one may be the smarter buy, even if it looks less exciting. Premium travel brands are especially worth considering if you
Travel frequently. The more often you use a backpack, the less important the initial price becomes, and the more important cost per use becomes. A $60 backpack that lasts 6 months is not cheaper than a $200 backpack that lasts 5 years. It just feels cheaper at the register. This is the part many men miss. The price tag is immediate. The value is revealed over time. A premium travel backpack can also reduce friction, better action, better protection for electronics, better durability in the areas that normally fail. But you still need to be careful. Premium does not always mean better. Some expensive
travel backpacks are over-designed, too heavy, too rigid, or too focused on aesthetics. Some are great for flights, but uncomfortable for long walks. Some have too many features that you may never use. So judge the premium bag the same way you judge every other bag. Look at the fabric, look at the zipper, look at the strap attachment, look at the laptop protection, look at the bottom, look at the warranty, look at real long-term use, not just first impressions.
When a premium travel backpack earns its price, you can feel it in the structure, not just in the branding. Now step back and look at the full picture.
Most bad backpack purchases happen because the buyer starts with appearance. He sees a clean design, a familiar logo, a low price, or a feature list that sounds perfect. He imagines the version of himself using it, organized, professional, efficient, ready for work, travel, and daily life. But the backpack does not
Live in that fantasy. It lives under weight. It lives in friction. It lives in zippers being pulled when the bag is overstuffed. It lives in shoulder straps carrying a laptop every morning. It lives in the bottom hitting the floor. It lives in fabric rubbing against your back, your jacket, your chair, your car seat, and the side of an airplane seat. That is why you should buy a backpack by the point of failure. Before you buy, ask 5
questions. Does the main zipper feel reliable? Are the shoulder straps reinforced where they meet the bag? Does the bottom have structure? Is the fabric strong enough
for the way I will use it? Is the laptop compartment actually protective? If the backpack cannot answer those questions, the design is not enough. A fashion
backpack may be fine for light carry, but do not confuse style with strength. A mall brand backpack may feel premium because of the store, but compare it
to specialist brands before paying specialist prices. A fast fashion backpack may look sharp, but check whether the construction can survive real daily load. A lifestyle outdoor
backpack may look rugged, but make sure it is technical, not just inspired by adventure. A travel backpack may have impressive organization, but too many compartments can become too many failure points. And a marketplace backpack may copy the shape of a better bag, but copied design does not guarantee copied durability. On the
better side, technical outdoor brands often win when you need comfort, load management, and abrasion resistance. Specialized EDC brands often win when you need daily organization with real structure. Discreet utility and tactical brands often win when you want strength without unnecessary style games. And premium travel brands with strong warranties can win when
the construction, support, and cost per use justify the higher price. The real lesson is simple. A backpack is not just an accessory. It is the thing you trust with the tools of your life. Your laptop, your documents, your chargers, your clothes, your passport, your headphones, your work, your daily routine. So do not judge
it only by how it looks empty. Judge it by how it carries weight. A bad backpack feels cheap when you buy it, then becomes expensive when
it breaks, hurts your shoulder, or puts your gear at risk. A good backpack may cost more at the beginning, but if it lasts for years, protects
your items, and stays comfortable under load, the math changes. You are not just paying for a bag, you are paying for every day you do not
have to replace it. Every commute where the strap does not dig into your shoulder. Every trip where the zipper does not fail at the airport. Every morning where your laptop is protected. Every time you set it down and the bottom still holds its shape. That is real value. So before you ask
what brand is on the front, ask what part of the price is actually working for you. Because the best backpack is not the one that looks
strongest in the photo. It is the one that keeps carrying your life after the marketing disappears. Fin da narrativa.